First, live, local. This is Fox 12 Now.
Hello, and welcome back to Fox 12 Now. I'm Greg Nibbler. As always, we appreciate you being here with us, whatever platform you're watching on, whether that's YouTube or KPTV.com or the Fox 12 Oregon app or watching live or afterward. Just thanks for being here. And if you are a regular watcher, you know on Thursdays at 1:30, we are joined by none other than Eric Gordson from around the House Northwest. He's going to get us some preview of this week's episode, but as always, some great advice, tips, tricks that we always get ahead of time. And this one is one that I'm sure a lot of people, no matter who you are, whether you own a home, whether you're renting, whatever it is, there's probably something you can take advantage of with this.
Oh, man, and great to see you again, my friend. This is one of those things that really get people going. Appliances are expensive, and they're not getting any cheaper like anything else out there, right? You know,
Yep.
and it seems like, too, because we've made them so smart that they don't make them like they used to. You know, your parents or grandparents would go out and buy that washer, and they'd get 25 years out of it. It had 4 buttons on it that worked, and there wasn't anything to go wrong. It was just super basic. Well, of course, the more features we put on there, the more things it can break. It's just a game of odds. So we need to maintain these a little bit better and take care of them. And the first one is refrigerator. When was the last time you maintained your refrigerator?
I don't know.
Everybody out there is shaking their head. If you have pets, especially cats, dogs, there is that little grill that snaps on when you open the freezer door up or pull out the drawer. There's a little grill down there that pops off. Vacuum that out carefully, because all those fur bunnies and dust bunnies get grabbed in there because that's the compressor. So there's no air filter, but that gets packed up with every dust bunny you can find. And probably every 6 months, get in there and just vacuum it out carefully. You don't want to dent anything up or cause a leak because there's a little kind of finned radiator down there. And that's where it's grabbing the heat and shoving it out into the room from inside the refrigerator or freezer. Well, if you put a blanket on it, like a Mexican blanket around the thing, wrapped up, it's not transferring heat. So it has to work harder and harder. And you can actually burn the thing out because it's just trying to run all the time. And there go your energy bills. So make sure that you get into there, vacuum that out. Don't be surprised if you could fill it up with like a lunch bag full of hair, dust bunnies, and anything else that dropped on the kitchen floor.
So that's you take the grill off on the back of it?
And then just take like a little, whether it's a shop vac or a vacuum under there, and just vacuum all the stuff out. Careful, because there's electronics down there. So use care, but that's normal maintenance down there to get that all vacuumed out, because that's all making that thing work twice as hard, and it's costing you money.
Okay. I will be doing that tonight because I have a 105-pound husky who has a lot of hair. It gets everywhere. So, okay.
Absolutely. So that's a big one right there. The other things you can do on that too is just, your regular cleaning, keeping the seals clean. And then I know it seems like a total scam, but it's not. Change the water filter. I think all of us at some point have that water filter change on the door. It's good to do it because it does make a difference. The problem is if you leave it in too long, there can actually start to get stuff growing in that, and that can actually be making it worse than better. So change it out. Maybe you extend it out a little bit, but if you've got clean city water, still change it out, because that could get pretty nasty down there, or cause things to not work correctly with the ice maker and everything else if you start to get reduced water flows.
Yeah, that is, I think I have the notification on there right now. I'm doing that exact same thing where I'm like, I'm going to stretch it a little bit longer, but yeah, I definitely don't want it messing with my ice maker or anything else.
Exactly.
Okay. All right. So those are some good ideas. What else should people be?
Drinks on Friday, so you don't want to do that. So I keep mine going too. So
yep.
The other one here, the next one is laundry. When was the last time, if you have a front load washing machine, when was the last time you changed the filter?
I have a top load, but the front load.
But the front load machines, almost all of them have a filter that you can access. So with me and jeans and shorts or whatever I'm wearing, sometimes I miss the screw, the nail, whatever, the hair clip, whatever that goes into the laundry. Where does it go? On the front load machines, there's a filter down there. And one of the time, those will get clogged up all the time. So it could be whatever was left in somebody's pockets, or if there was a lot of dirt on your clothes and there was maybe some natural stuff from outside. If you're working outside, that can get caught up in there. It'll go into that filter. Then you'll notice, you're like, wow, I just did a load of towels and there's a lot of water in there. That's because that filter is clogged up. So it's not a filter you replace. It's basically just a basket strainer that you pull out of there, and just read your instructions. If you don't have the instructions, jump online, change that out, and it can save you a bunch of energy, because when that gets plugged up, your towels are soaking wet coming out of the washer. Then you put them in the dryer and it has to run 4 times as long to get soaking towels wet. And good to clean that out. It's good maintenance.
There we go. Yeah, and save some money, and just have, you don't have to spend so long with drying your towels.
Yeah. Now, the other thing is, whether you have a top load or a front load washing machine, when was the last time you ran cleaner through it to clean it? Right? Nobody does it. If you have a front load machine, because it's closed up more, they start to get smelling a little bit. And so the newer machines have a self-cleaning cycle, but Tide and all the major companies out there make a washing machine cleaner. And so all you do is don't put any clothes in it, pour the stuff in, run it through a good hot cycle. And what happens is your washing machine, even with a top load machine, you have the drum that you see, but there's that outer drum that's the one that you don't see, or the inner drum, depending on how you're looking at it. But it's got that outer drum that you can't see, where all the oils and soaps get built up on that. And so when you run through your wash, it doesn't really remove it. So by running this through, it helps break that down. And if you do that monthly or, bi-monthly, if you're using it a fair amount, it really keeps things cleaner, and your clothes come out smelling fresher, because all that stuff you can't see really gets to be nasty buildup, just like any soap buildup on anything, like you get in your shower or anything else. It's just building up in there in a more concentrated way.
All right. Where do you pick something like that up?
Any grocery store usually has
They
it.
have it. Okay.
Amazon. I usually pick it up at like Fred Meyer, Safeway, Albertsons usually have something on the shelf. It's just a little packet. They usually have them on the top shelf, and it's a little packet or a little box.
Okay. All right. That's good to know. I never even realized that was a thing. So thank you for that. That's an amazing hack. Anything else that you think people should know?
Yeah, dryer. When was the last time you cleaned out your dryer duct? You should be doing that at least once a year.
I do need to do that.
So the back of the dryer out to the house. And
what's the easiest way to go about cleaning that?
Yeah. So what I do with that is I just jumped on Amazon, or you can go down to your local home center, and they have these little brushes and rods, and you can push it through there. I turn the dryer on to air only, so I don't get all this hot air, and put a dust mask and some glasses on, because it's going to snow on you, and you can get in there and clean out all of that, basically all of the lint and stuff that's built up in there. And when I did it for a TV shoot last year, when I did this for the show, I was like, oh, I put this duct in a year ago. It won't be that bad. Yeah, it was bad. I had to clean up the landscaping because it went everywhere.
Wow. Okay. All right.
My dryer goes 4 feet, so it's not a big one. So that gets built up. It's a fire hazard, and there's a lot less. The better the flow, the more the less energy you're using. So it's better for your dryer, and it's better for your clothes, because you're just getting that heat pumped out and all the moisture. So that works out really well.
All right. Another great tip. Any other ones that people should know, or one more?
Yeah, one more. And this is a myth that I'm going to do here on your dishwasher, because this is another big one. Do not scrape all the stuff and pre-wash your dishes before putting it in the dishwasher. Do not. Here's why.
Don't do it.
All of our modern soaps, since they went phosphate free probably, a decade and a half ago, they have an enzyme that works. So you have to have something on the dishes to activate the enzyme. So if you pre-wash those dishes and put them in and run it through, you will have technically dirtier dishes on the backside than leaving that on there.
Wow. So they need that to latch onto the plate.
Yeah, they need that, because that food particle activates the enzymes, and it helps it through the cleaning cycle. So you're actually, one, wasting a ton of water, because using the dishwasher is more efficient than doing them by hand. And second of all, because of those enzymes, take a look at it, because that's what's causing that. So many times, if you go get a really good detergent, and a lot of the manufacturers have ones, it doesn't matter if you've got a GE or a Genair or a Whirlpool or whatever, LG, Samsung, take a look at your owner's manual. A lot of times they'll say, hey, we like to use this brand. That means that brand in that style is what they designed the function out of it. So it probably will work better than what you're probably buying at the store. So try that first and then experiment. But if it's not cleaning, probably not the dishwasher. You're either not loading it correctly or you have the wrong soap.
All right, there we go. More good advice. I mean, lots of great ones on there. Everybody can share this segment as well. Let everybody know about that. There's already a couple of things I'm going to be doing now for my evening. Something else, though, this weekend, a new episode of Around the House Northwest.
Oh, yeah. We're taking a look at some great houses, some great projects. I'm going to give you one here real quick that we do. Everybody likes spending time outdoors. And this week it's been a little tough on days like yesterday, right?
Yes.
That outdoor living space, it's wet. So I have a new material that just came out that's polycarbonate that you can build as a cover over your basically deck or living surface outside that looks like a panel of glass, but you can totally see it. So you're standing outside, you can't even see there's panels up there because it's perfectly clear. But when the rain comes, it sheets it right off, and it's really thick polycarbonate. So it's made by Palram, and they just snap together, and you put some bolts down into the wood, and it looks like you have a patio cover that's made out of a sheet of glass.
Wow, that's cool. That's going to be really nice, too.
Mother Nature.
Yeah.
But keeps the rain, snow, and anything else falling out of the sky off you.
I was going to say, be able to look up during that and during a storm or something like that and still sitting outside. Yeah, that's cool. All right, so that's on this week's episode. And that's the tease that everybody's going to get, because there's always a lot more. And for everybody out there, what's the best way to catch all the episodes?
Well, of course, you can catch the episodes. If you missed last week, catch it tomorrow morning, 8 a.m., Fox 12 Plus. And then, of course, this new episode airs Saturday morning, 10 a.m., Fox 12 Plus. And, of course, Sunday at 6 p.m. And then, man, we are so close to 500 videos on the YouTube channel here, along with all your great stuff. It's lots of stuff. If you're looking to tackle a project, go back and take a look there. We probably have covered it.
Yep, I bet. And that's just the Fox 12 Oregon YouTube channel. Go there and take a look at all of those and all those segments that are on there for both that and this. If you want to share them, that's a good way to share them as well. But you can also watch them at KPTV.com or the Fox 12 Oregon app, so plenty of places to find all that. Well, Eric, thank you very much. A lot of great advice on here. A lot of good tips, tricks, everything that people can think about. And now I'm thinking about my dryer vent and my fridge.
Because I'm sure people that are fighting that battle of scrape versus unscrape, share that over to your spouse or your roommate. See, I was right.
Yeah, there it is. Here's your proof. So prove it. All right. Well, Eric, thank you so much. Everybody tuning in, thanks for joining us. This is Fox 12 Now. Coming up at 2 o'clock if you're watching live, we're going to have Joel McHale. Joel McHale and Curtis Stone are going to be on here talking about Crime Scene Kitchen, their show. And, if you like Joel McHale, you're going to want to watch this. And he answers some community questions, so you will want to hear that as well if you're a community fan. But that's coming up at 2 o'clock, so come right back to whatever platform you're on. I will talk to you then. Eric, good to see you.